And exchange rates is our topic today, and so nominal exchange rate, that's the rate at which a person can trade the currency of one country for the currency of another country, of another, yeah. That's the nominal exchange rate. An example, at the bank, the rate posted is 80 yens per dollar. All right. Also, some fee to the bank, like you guys were saying. There's some fee to the bank for the exchange, but that's the listed exchange rate is the nominal rate. Okay, so we could express this as 80 yen per dollar, or you can invert it. If you invert it, it becomes $0.0125 per yen. We will usually use the foreign currency over the dollar. Although sometimes on the AP exam, when they have you draw that graph I was showing, they'll ask you to do it in the quantity of the other currency. So pay attention. It's not always U.S. dollars on the bottom. You have to read the question and see how it's expressed. Currency appreciation. If the exchange rate changes 80 yens per dollar up to 90 yen per dollar, so that the dollar buys more foreign currency, the dollar is getting stronger. Okay? I mean, the other currency is going up, but that means the dollar is getting stronger because for each dollar, now you're getting 90 yen versus 80 yen. Okay? Sometimes can be kind of confusing because you think, oh, the amount of the other country's currency is going up, it would be getting stronger, but it's not because you're getting more for a dollar when the foreign currency exchange goes up. Currency depreciation. If the exchange rate changes 80 yen per dollar down to 70 yen per dollar, so that a dollar buys less foreign currency, the dollar is getting weaker. If that happens, that's depreciation. All right, everybody got it? Okay. Real exchange rates. It's the rate at which a person can trade the goods and services of one country for the goods and services of another country. So it doesn't involve currency. It involves the actual good and service from one country to another, right? You can get a hamburger, right? In the U.S., for every one hamburger, you can get 2 hamburgers in Germany, or whatever. That's how you would make the comparison. Real exchange rate is the actual goods and services you get comparably between the two countries. And here's another example. If 1 pound of Swiss cheese is twice as expensive as 1 pound of American cheese, we would say the exchange rate, the real exchange rate, is 1/2 pound Swiss cheese to 1 pound of American cheese. It's twice as expensive, so we can get half for the same amount of money. I can get half as much Swiss cheese as I can American cheese. So our real exchange rate would be 1/2 pound of Swiss cheese to 1 pound of American cheese. All right, any questions? Okay. Nominal and real rates are related. You can convert nominal to real. Okay. The real exchange rate. In terms of a nominal rate, for real exchange rate, you take the nominal exchange rate, euros per dollar, and multiply it times the domestic price, right? And then you divide by the foreign price. That's how you get the real exchange rate. Nominal exchange rate times domestic price divided by the foreign price. That's going to give you the real exchange rate. Here's an example. 1 bushel of American rice costs $100. 1 bushel of Japanese rice costs 16,000 yen. What is the real exchange rate? If we do the calculation, okay, we're going to take the I probably should have given you the exchange rate. Was it on the previous slide?
I think it was on the very first slide right here.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so it's going off of that. I probably should add that. That we started out, it was 80 yen per dollar, right? So that was the exchange rate, 80 yen per dollar. And then you multiply it times the domestic price, which is $100 per bushel of American rice. And then you divide it by the foreign price, 16,000 yen per bushel of Japanese rice. All right? So you do that, and it works out. Okay, you multiply all that out. You cancel the like units, right? And you're going to end up with 8,000 yen per bushel of American rice over 16,000 yen per bushel of Japanese rice. So we simplified this top line, get 8,000, and then so that's a half bushel of Japanese rice per bushel of American rice. So why this now says Japanese rice on top is because, it's just like with math. You've got the labels here, right? It's yen per American rice, and here it's yen per bushel of Japanese rice, right? And so we would, because this is divided by, it flips up to the top, and this flips down to the bottom, right? With your unit analysis that you used to do in algebra, okay, that's why the labels switch. Okay, the yen cancel. We get the 1/2, and then this is divided by a bushel of American rice. So that's going to go to the bottom. And since this is divided by a bushel of Japanese rice, it goes to the top. Everybody understand that? Makes sense? All right. So it's our real exchange rate is a half bushel of Japanese rice for 1 bushel of American rice. Any questions on the calculation? Another way, if this is confusing you with the labels, what goes what, you think of, okay, on this bottom, we want to clear this divided by, right? We want to clear this. To clear this, I would multiply the top and bottom by a bushel of Japanese rice. I would cancel it here, and then we would have it on the top line. Same thing with here. We want to clear this bushel of American rice. So I multiply the top and bottom of the fraction by bushel of American rice. It would cancel here, and then I would have it there. All right. Real exchange rate is a key determinant of how much a country exports or imports. For indices, the real exchange rate is equal to the exchange rate, the nominal exchange rate, times the price index for a U.S. basket divided by the price index for a foreign basket. That's how we determine the real exchange rate. That equation. Exchange rate times the price index for U.S. basket over the price index for the foreign basket. All right? if you're doing an indice for the real exchange rate. All right? Everybody got that? Okay. So, purchasing power parity. A theory of exchange rates whereby a unit of any given currency should be able to buy some quantity of goods in all countries. Long-run theory. In other words, all currencies have the same long-run real value. Okay? So, based on that, so like our example with, you could get the real exchange where you have a half pound of Swiss cheese. You can buy a half pound of Swiss cheese and a pound of American cheese with the real exchange rate we talked about. With the same amount of currency. So what this is saying, in the long run, what would happen is, in the world market, if you can buy, for the same amount, you can buy a pound of American cheese and a half pound of Swiss cheese, what would happen in the world market?
The demand for Swiss cheese or the demand for American cheese in Switzerland would rise.
Right.
And
Yeah.
The quantity of the supply of that cheese would increase, and so the cost of that cheese would decrease.
Well, it just said, more people would buy American cheese over Swiss cheese until the price of it went up, right? And then it's going to balance out, because that's a chance. People that's around the world. There are people they see opportunities to make money. Same thing with TVs. You buy a TV in America and a TV in Asia, right? And you can get two TVs for the same amount that you can get one in Asia. People are going to buy TVs in the United States until the demand goes up, increases the price, and it balances out. So that's why they call it purchasing power parity. There will be parity in the real exchange eventually, in the long term, if you can make money off of exchange rates. All right, that's the idea behind that. Based on the law of one price, a good sells for the same price in all locations. Okay, that's purchasing power parity idea. An example: if $1 could buy 2 pounds of coffee in the U.S. and 1 pound of coffee in Japan, international traders could profit by buying coffee in the U.S. and selling it in Japan. I forgot the selling part. Selling it in Japan. People would do that until it balanced out by supply and demand rules. All right? Increased demand for coffee in the U.S., increased supply of coffee in Japan leads to increased price in the U.S., decreased price in Japan, until the price in the U.S. equals the price in Japan. All right? Make sense? Okay. All right. Everybody got it? Okay. Now, what's my title for this slide? Okay, so this is just telling you how to find the exchange rate. So we have E is the nominal exchange rate, P is the price of a U.S. basket, P star is the price of a Japanese basket of goods. So 1 over the price of a U.S. basket is equal to the exchange rate, nominal exchange rate, over the price of a Japanese basket. If we manipulate that, okay, we're solving for E. If we manipulate that, first thing I multiply both sides by P, right? And then we solve for E, right? By here we would multiply this by both sides by P star over P. I would clear this and move it over to the other side. So this is saying the exchange rate equals the price of the price of the Japanese basket over the price of the U.S. basket. That's how you figure exchange rate. You'll need to use these formulas when you do the homework. Okay, that's why I'm going over them. All right, any questions there? Okay, that's it. Okay, so